How do you feel like you can get James going more? Because one shot, yeah.
Not a coach.
James Harden want to win a championship. He got to be a vital part of that offense. He has to be consistent.
You can't be calling yourself playoff P and lose all the time.
Him and PG, sometimes they disappear in the playoffs.
Los Angeles. For majority of people on Earth, it is like a place to live from dreams. Epitome of American success. It is a place where most famous celebrities live, where Hollywood movie industry exploded and conquered the whole world. As an NBA, where amazing happens. You can find here most expensive cars, most expensive real estates, richest celebrities and sportsmen, and maybe most glorified and famous NBA franchise, Los Angeles Lakers. But as you can imagine seeing the title of this video, it will not be about Lake Show. This movie will be about its ugly brother, the ugly duckling, Clippers. A franchise which always has been overshadowed by its roommate, Roomie, as Lakers and Clippers share the same stadium, Crypto.com Arena. While Lakers produced multiple championships and had in its roster some of the most amazing players in the NBA history, the Clippers were chronically underperforming and living off the crumbs left by Lakers. It was all about to change when multi-billionaire Steve Ballmer decided to buy the Clippers from Donald Sterling. Charismatic, energetic Ballmer wanted to knock the Lakers off the top position in town. This happened during the Lob City era of the Clippers. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan were the first major hope for Clipper fans, who were very eager to finally take revenge on the Lakers for years of humiliation and take over the city. But it didn't work out. The team under coach Rivers did what teams of dog do, choked enormously in playoffs. Most memorable were two chokes. 2015, when Clippers blew a 3-1 lead against Houston Rockets, and 2020, with Clippers blowing 3-1 against Denver Nuggets. 2019 was to be a major step towards glory. Clippers obtained Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. But the duo of those two amazing, versatile players failed to deliver expected results. Now, we are moving to current season, 2023-24. This is when disgruntled James Harden joined Clippers. At first, it was a very questionable move. Many fans league-wide were angry that Harden once again forced his way out of a team. People were wondering if he is not too toxic at this stage of his career. Also, Clippers already had ball-dominant Russell Westbrook, who revamped his career with this team. So, everyone was wondering how it gonna work out.
So too, guys. So too, you right? Cool. Make sure you start that side, you feel me?
And the beginnings were brutal, as Clippers were on a losing streak of 6 games, of which 5 with Harden. Then, the amazing happened. Westbrook offered to come out of the bench as a 6th man and gave the steering wheel to Harden. People thought it was a forced statement by team ownership. But suddenly, the Clippers started to click. Harden again looked, at least partially, like the good old Harden from Rockets. Great court vision, great passing skills and lethal finishing. And this time he had Paul George and Kawhi Leonard by his side. So in theory they benefited from his offensive skills, but also his poor defense was somehow not so visible thanks to his teammates. But in February, it again began to stink a bit. Since February 7th, the team has gone 14-13, until one game with Nuggets on April 5th. They had a net rating of -2.1, 19th in the league. During this span, their offensive rating is 12, and defensive rating is 28. Harden played in 24 of 26 of those games, Kawhi and Paul George in 23. During this stretch, Harden is averaging 15.5 points on 40.4% overall and 33% from 3 on almost 7 attempts per game. This is not good. This is concerning.
James Harden has now gone 12 straight games under 20 points. Longest streak for him since 2010 when he was a bench player on the Thunder. We haven't seen this.
Harden leads the team with assists, posting 8.5 per game. Also his rebounding is decent, with 5 rebounds per game. But scoring-wise, this is definitely not what Clippers would want to see from him. And definitely not what the team needs from him. Keep in mind that we are talking about a team who has some title hopes this season, in a stacked Western Conference. Harden at this stage of his career is able to drop such a stinker that it is hard to believe that we are watching one of the best offensive players to ever play this game. Please have a look at his stat line from a game against Hornets, played on April 1st. 6 points on 1 of 3 field goals, all of them were 3-pointers, and 3 free throws out of 4 attempts. 6 rebounds and 10 assists, and that is in 36 minutes on the court. They still won the game, and that is not a surprise as Hornets are tragic this season. But those numbers from Harden just before the playoffs have to be concerning. For the record, Harden went 5 seasons from 2015 to 2020 without having a single-digit scoring night. He had 10 such games this season only.
So identity, for us, it's got to be toughness, which means physicality, mentally and physical toughness.
After March 25th loss to Pacers, Ty Lue tried to get on his players' minds, saying they are soft. Did it affect the team? Not so certain. But we all can clearly see that something is off with the team. And seeing Harden numbers, it might be easy to see where the problem is. Still, there are few games left in the regular season, 6 as of when I am recording this video. Clippers sit on 4th place in the stacked Western Conference, but it can change when the playoffs start. If we take into consideration how as of today would their playoff bracket look, first series against Mavericks will be a battle. Luka gets absolute beast mode during the playoffs, and Kyrie is one of the most clutch players in the NBA in recent years. So, all this considered, if I was a Clippers fan, I would be probably stacking up on some stress relief medications and eventually booze to ease the pain once playoffs come. Maybe we will see Kawhi Leonard at his peak, like during the run with the Raptors. Maybe Harden magically will be reliable during playoffs and George will not turn into playoff P. Maybe. There is not much certainty for Clippers coming into playoffs. It can be a typical failure like in all last years for them, but also it can be a pleasant surprise, as obviously they do have potential in this roster. Keep in mind, those playoffs might make or break this team. Kawhi has signed his extension, but George can opt out this summer and become a free agent. Harden has left Sixers, shouting he deserves a max deal, and he will be also a free agent this summer. So all in all, very turbulent future ahead for this team. As always guys, please hit like and subscribe if you would want to see more such content from me. Would be great if we could raise the numbers of subscriptions on my channel. With your help, I am sure we can make this channel grow.